A bucket next to my bed that I would literally puke in. Let's just say that your belly takes up a lot of room and sex can be very difficult. And this one's really gross and I don't want to talk about it. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Catherine and I make motherhood and lifestyle videos. I have a 15-month-old named Lincoln and a second baby on the way. I am really excited to make this video because I think it's gonna be hilarious and truthful and we can just all relate to each other. If you are pregnant, we can just laugh about all the funny things that happen to your body when you are carrying a life inside of you. And if you are thinking about getting pregnant, then this video is going to tell you all the dirty deets that you need to know. So as you can probably tell from the title, this is going to be a list of things that people don't tell you about pregnancy. They just don't want to talk about it because it's gross. I also just want to say that I love being pregnant. Even with all of these crazy things that happen to you. It's so rewarding to just feel life growing inside of you, and getting to give birth is like the most empowering experience that I've ever been through. It's pretty amazing. I just want to let y'all know that, just because I am poking fun at all of the gross things that happen to you while you're pregnant. I still love being pregnant. First thing that people don't tell you about being pregnant is that morning sickness is not just nausea. With my first pregnancy, I threw up in the kitchen sink multiple times. A bucket next to my bed that I would literally puke in, and then Adam would go wash it out outside in the hose. I would either wake up and just puke right over the side of the bed, or I would be trying to stumble around the kitchen making something bland to eat, and I would literally throw up in the kitchen sink because I couldn't make it to the bathroom. So people don't tell you how disgusting morning sickness is. It is serious business. I remember I was in my best friend's wedding. I was at her rehearsal dinner. I was her maid of honor and I was 8 weeks pregnant. I was in the thick of morning sickness, and at her rehearsal dinner I tried to take a bite of chicken. I was so close, like so close to throwing up just sitting at the table. Like, it was one of those long tables with like a bunch of people, and I literally almost threw up at the table. So food aversions are real, morning sickness is real, and it is gross. Grosser than people tell you it is. The next thing that people don't tell you about being pregnant is that your boobs might start leaking before you actually have a baby. This didn't happen to me, I don't think it did, when I was pregnant with Lincoln, but this pregnancy, if I wake up and I don't put a bra on, I will have a tiny little stain on my shirt, because I probably stopped nursing him a little over 3 months ago. And I don't know if it's like leftover milk or if it's like it's starting to come from pregnancy. I'm pretty sure it's the second it's coming from pregnancy. But yeah, your boobs might leak. The third thing started right when I got pregnant. Like, that's how I knew I was pregnant. And this one's really gross and I don't want to talk about it, but I have to for this video. So you're gonna get really, really constipated and you're probably gonna end up with hemorrhoids. I won't go into too much detail about that, but like I said, that's the way I knew I was pregnant, was because I would be in the bathroom for half an hour and I was like, I am pregnant. I knew it because I had it with Lincoln too. The fourth thing that people don't tell you is that shaving becomes impossible. In your legs is hard enough, but trying to see past your belly to your crotch is pretty much impossible. You're going to a lot of doctor's appointments where everyone's just like looking down in that general area. Okay, here's something else that people don't tell you. People talk about having really vivid dreams during pregnancy, but no one talks about the very vivid sex dreams. Like, every single night for 2 months straight, I was having sex dreams, and sometimes they weren't about Adam. And they were so vivid and real that I woke up feeling terrible. I felt like I cheated on him. It is a totally normal pregnancy thing, and don't think that you're weird because you're not. I had them too, and they will pass eventually. I still have very vivid dreams, and sometimes they're scary dreams, like somebody shoots Adam and I wake up and he's gone because he already left for work, and I'm so upset. Vivid dreams, totally normal for pregnancy. Another thing people don't tell you is that it becomes impossible to sleep at night. Either you're huge and you're uncomfortable, you wake up in the middle of the night, especially if you end up on your back, can lose blood flow from sleeping on your back when you're pregnant, and that'll wake you up and you'll be out of breath when you wake up and you won't feel good. Or you will have to pee in the middle of the night. You will wake up every single night. With Lincoln, I woke up at 3 a.m. on the dot to pee. And that was probably from 30 weeks on, so like 10 weeks, 2.5 months I was doing that for. Third thing is that I've been getting really bad restless legs. Did start taking magnesium and that has helped a ton. But restless legs are the worst. I literally would have to go out to the couch, plug in my heating pad that I stole from my mom, and put it on my legs and massage my legs, stretch, and it would still take me over an hour to fall asleep. Another thing people don't tell you is how big your feet are gonna get. Yes, people talk about swelling with pregnancy, but nobody talks about how swollen they're really gonna get. Mine are already swelling and I am almost in my 3rd trimester. I do remember though, with Lincoln, the worst part, like when they were really swollen, was right after I gave birth. All the water was like trying to leave my body and it went down straight to my feet. And my feet have never been that big. I'm not kidding you guys, like they were huge. Get ready for wearing sandals in the winter because that's the only thing that fits. Seriously, y'all should see my Birkenstock tan. Another thing that nobody really talks about for pregnancy is that you're gonna get contractions and they can last like your entire pregnancy. This pregnancy, I started getting contractions, I think around 16 weeks, and they're not super painful. Luckily, my stomach just tightens and I kind of feel like if I'm like in the middle of a conversation, I can't continue it. I have to like kind of take a second to breathe. But nobody talks about how you're gonna get Braxton Hicks your entire pregnancy. Another thing that nobody talks about is heartburn and acid reflux. With Lincoln's pregnancy, I was taking Tums, popping them like mints. Just be prepared for some serious heartburn, especially if you're gonna eat something like a hot dog, I don't know, pizza roll, something really unhealthy. That's gonna give you major heartburn and acid reflux. Another thing people don't talk about is pregnancy brain. Severe pregnancy brain can get. I have done some very, very stupid things while I'm pregnant. Leaving my keys in the ignition overnight too. Luckily nobody stole my car. Leaving the refrigerator door open, just really dumb things. Like I could go on, but just be prepared that you might be a little ditzy while you're pregnant. So another thing people never talk about, I have only heard like maybe one person ever talk about this, is how you can hear your heartbeat in your ear, especially when you're laying down trying to sleep at night. It is the most annoying thing. And it's just because you have so much extra blood flow while you're pregnant. Your blood volume like basically doubles while you're pregnant, but it's pretty dang annoying. And the other thing is that you will not be able to breathe. I'm telling you, the baby, once it gets like late 2nd trimester, is sitting right on your lungs and you feel like you cannot breathe. Like sometimes I can't take a full deep breath and sometimes I'm huffing and puffing just sitting on the couch and Adam's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. You just breathe really loud when you're pregnant and it's kind of embarrassing. One more thing that no one tells you is that sex is different. Or you're really, really into it and you want it every single night, or you want nothing to do with it. Let's just say that your belly takes up a lot of room and sex can be very difficult. The very last thing that they don't tell you is that you're gonna wanna do it over again. Even with all of those crazy symptoms that I just talked about that sound really disgusting and annoying, you're still gonna wanna do it again because there's nothing better than feeling your little baby kicking in your belly. That's everything on my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm thinking about making it into a series of pregnancy, things no one tells you about pregnancy, and then I'm gonna do postpartum, things nobody tells you about postpartum, and things that nobody tells you about labor and delivery. So I'll probably split those up a little bit. But if you guys want me to make those other videos, go ahead and like and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much again for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.